Hello and welcome to the Enhanced FPS Creation template. What this template aims to do is to address a lot of the lack of features that Unreal comes with out of the box when using the standard FPS template. So what I've gone ahead and done is put together this pack that I'm hoping to be able to submit to the marketplace soon, that people will be able to purchase, and it will enhance the traditional FPS template. So let me just give you an example of some of the stuff. So if we go into the game right now, we've got a HUD, we've got several different animated weapons, we've got gunshot decals, we've got health, armor, stamina systems, displays for grenades, trip mines, ammos, we've got ladders, we've got a whole lot of different functionality. So I'll go ahead and show you the whole thing from start to finish, and you can make your own minds up. So if we go into the core folder here, and we can go into the maps, we'll go over the saving and loading another time, but it does come with a complete save and load feature pre-built out of the box, which I will demonstrate later on throughout the video. So if we were to open up the title menu, we'll be greeted with a blank screen, and then we hit play. So we have the first thing that this comes with is fully functioning HUD system. So we got settings, menus. We will save and update your settings, and if there's no previous settings that are found, it will create some. The same with load game. We can load games, but since there's no slot data already, it won't load any. So I've set up three preset slots, and as you can see, I've also got a HUD system for displaying messages to the player in the top left corner. And we can also just exit the game from there, or we can begin a new game, which will put us into the example map. So what this is an overview of all the different features that have been added. So as you can see, this is just a few of the early ones that I've been referring to. We've got interactivity, like things like ladders and climbing, which don't come out of the box as standard, but they're just blueprints that you can drag and drop into the level quite easily and set up a few values for them. So we'll climb up that ladder and we'll climb up this ladder. And there you go. As you can see, it's very simple, very straightforward. Now, I've got a damage system set up tied to the HUD bar at the top. And now what this will do is allow you to damage the player quite simply, but also it ties into the armor system. So we can get some armor pickups. And as you can see, our armor goes up, and it says that we've collected however much armor we've collected, and whatever its absorption value should be. So in this case, it's set to 60%. So if we go through this door now, instead of taking 10 points of health damage, we'll take only 4, and our armor should take 6. And there you go. And we'll do it again. And there you go. So now if we pick up this one, our armor absorption value is now set to 80%. So our armor will take 8 points of damage, and our health will take just 2. And there you go. And those armor pickups are configurable. You just drag one out, you set its mesh, in the exposed variables, you tell it how much armor to heal and its absorption value rating, and the same for health pickups here. So we just pick these up and boom, they automatically heal our health. So how does all of this work? Well, let me just show you. So if we go into the enhanced FPS example map, we can just simply go and click on something like an armor pickup, for example. So let's actually do one better, and we will bring one into the world. So in your interactables, you'll find all your different things like explosive barrels, and again, you just drag it out into the level, and that's it. It's done. Let me just demonstrate that to you. So if we drag one out into this room here, that's all you got to do. All the code is already there for you. So if we do it again, stand a bit closer to it this time. There you go. Okay, so let's drag some pickups out into the world. Let's get some armor, and we'll get an armor pickup like so. Now, in the default menu over here on the side, we've got some variables that we can set it to heal. So let's set it to heal 99, so we can see that it's definitely doing that. And we'll set it to absorb 90% of all the incoming damage, and we can change the pickup to something else for the time being, just to set it apart from other stuff. So we'll make it a cube. Okay, and there you go. It sets us to 99 armor and sets our absorption value to 90%. So now if we walk through the door over here, we should only take 1 health point of damage, and 9 comes off our armor. Lovely stuff. And that's how simple it is to just bring a pickup into the world edit its variables, and off you go. And it's the same with other things like key cards, for example. We drag a key card in, we say it opens yellow key card doors, we can change its mesh if we want to, and we can change its color, and there you go. It's that simple. You've got a key card. Sorry, but the key card does. So let's get rid of that, and we'll just go on a little tour through the game, and well, not game, the project, and show off some of the features that you'll get if you choose to purchase this product, either from me directly or from the Epic's game store, because I'm hoping I can upload it to my itch page and sell it through there while I'm waiting for whether or not Epic are going to approve in any list of possible changes they might want to send my way. So there we go. We've gone over the pickups now. We've got grenades and placeable explosive systems. So press the grenade key, which by default is G on the keyboard, but these are all fully definable in the key bindings. And there you go. It throws out grenades. And as you can see, when we're picking up different weapons, there's a lowering animation, a raising animation, and we've also got this cool little strafe camera where we tilt a little in the direction, and when we move, we've got like a little bit of bobbing action going on. And as you'll notice, all these weapons are fully animated. They're just two-piece static meshes, so there's no skeletal rigging or anything going on here. They're just being moved over timelines, so they're very easily customizable with your own static meshes if you're not too au fait on how to make skeletal animation montages and all that kind of stuff. Because again, this is aimed at people who either A, want to just rapidly prototype something, or B, are new to Unreal completely and are looking for like a head start in getting through the game development process. So as you can see, already included is mouse wheel switching, and it will automatically switch to the next weapon up, even if there's nothing in the slots between them. It'll skip to the next available weapon that you actually do own. So trip mines and placeables. Q, there you go. You put a trip mine down. You can put them on walls and pretty much anywhere you want to, and they are activated when you step onto them. Pretty straightforward, I think you'll find. So let's just toss a grenade into there and demonstrate the explosive barrels. There you go. So they do have physics applied to them, so you can push them around, and you can also, if they're on the outskirts of an explosion, they can get flung around, so you can get one flung at you and things like that, which I think is pretty cool. Now, another feature is pre-built hazards, like hazardous floors, like slime and lava. You just walk on, you'll take damage. Same for steam, smoke, fire. These are all easily customized blueprints and very easy to update and change. Another thing is these lasers. These ones here will just eat your health, and these ones here will bounce you back. So you can very easily create like nice little fancy laser beam force fields and the like. Another feature is elevators and doors. Now, lest I forget the ammo pickups, again, for all your different weapon types. But yes, we've got elevators that are very easily definable. So these are all the same blueprint. They're just using different meshes, different race points, different speeds, and that's about it really. They're very simple. You just drag one out into the level, and I will demonstrate that right now. So you have a look into it. You've got your speed at which you want it to raise, your reset delay, so this is how long it's going to stay raised before it comes back down, the mesh, raising sound, lowering sound. Same for doors. There you go. And we've also got a keycard variant, which requires a key, so you just tell it which key it requires. So here we've got a blue key, and here we've got a door that requires the blue key, and the rest of the stuff's the same. So to set how high or low the door raises to, you use this highest point widget right here. So if you want to make a door that only opens halfway because it's broken, you could just set it to there, and the player tries to open it, it will only raise to there, but we'll drop it to there, and we will bring this elevators one down just to show you it in action. There we go. So now if we go back through there, we'll climb the ladder. So you can start to see all the functionality that comes with this this project, plugin, whatever you want to call it. I'm calling it like a template or a creation kit. So we've got all our different pickups, pick up that weapon, and there we go. Now we'll scroll straight from the pistol to the machine gun because there's nothing in between. Whereas if we pick up the shotgun, Now we'll go to the pistol and then up again, but instead of going straight to the machine gun, it goes to the shotgun, and now it goes to the machine gun. And there's shake when you fire the weapons. The bigger the weapon, the bigger the shake, and obviously the same goes for grenades as well. So when that explodes, a little screen shake, and this is all built in and programmable for you. Another thing to go over with these floors is you can set the amount of time that these floors act over. So you can set the interval they'll deal damage to the player and how much damage they deal. So this one's going to deal 4 points of damage quite rapidly. And this one is going to deal 1 point of damage much slower rate. And the same for the steam. And with these, you just drag them in. And with these ones, you just size them to scale, choose the material and whatever time intervals and damage amounts you want to do. And with these two, you do exactly the same, but you choose the emitter instead of the material. Pretty straightforward. So let's go through this door. And there we go. Now, if we go up to the blue key guard door, we don't have the blue key, so it will play a lock noise and tell us the blue key is required. Now, this is all programmable for you. You won't have to go in and set that up yourself unless you want to change the names of the keys or things like that. Now, we'll get the blue key. It'll say an obtained blue key. And now that door will raise to the height we specified it to. Pretty cool. Now, after you've gone through the example level, what I've done is put together a string of 8 little levels, because there's a lot more to this than just the drag and drop functionality. We've got all these in-game menus. So we've got the ability to save our game to slots. So, I want to give the player the ability to test that. They can change the settings menu. And obviously we can return to title menu. We can resume the game and all that kind of stuff. So it not only gives you an idea of how quickly and easily you can put together these levels, but it shows you the level transition in blueprints as well. Because to make it super easy, what I've done is set it up so there's one generic win zone. So what you do is you drag this win zone out into the level. When the player goes onto it, it consults the game instance, finds out what level we're currently on, looks at what level should be next in a list of levels that you populate in the game list once you've done all your levels, and then it will just automatically load the next one, and when you reach the end of that list, it'll cycle back to the title menu. Pretty easy, straightforward. So if your last level is a credit screen, then once the credits have rolled and it loads the next level, it will load the title menu and it will be all seamless and smooth. You could literally take this project right now, remove all the text, add a few more bits and pieces in, and boom, you've got a game. Publish it right away. I mean, you wouldn't publish this. This is just a demo, but you can see it's got all the bits you really need to make a game. So let's go ahead and go to the next level, and I'm just going to breeze through these because you can download the demo game when I put it out. I'll link it in the description when it's up, and you can have a play through this yourself. So here we go. We're going to introduce you to how the containers I've got for enemies. So there's a master parent blueprint, if you will, that's got a lot of values that you can set in it, such as HP, whether they should be affected by the player. These ones have got different HP values, what weapons they should drop, how much ammo for that weapon it should have when they drop it, their pain sounds, their death sounds. There's a whole lot of different functionality that you can get for these guys. So if we go into the level that we were currently in there, which I believe was level 2, if I was not mistaken. So we've got 8 levels here that you can kind of play through, and if you wanted to, you could just rip out the content in these levels and just use the level structure I've got here, use these existing levels. It's all set up to go from one to the next, but it's really super simple to change your level layout. You just go into the game instance, and as you can see when I go to the event graph, we've got open level by name, and we've got our current level. We're going to use that as an index, and it's going to get us the next level to open. So if our current level is 1, we're going to open level 1. So when we go through the win zone, it simply finds whatever the level is, triggers the end of the level splash, which then sets the HUD element level complete, adds it to the viewport. It looks at what level we're currently on, and boom, because the last level is being saved here. So the last level is 8, and our current level is 0. So it will always open the title menu. then once we finish the level, this current level gets incremented. So when we finish level 0, it opens level 1. When we finish level 1, it opens level 2. It's that straightforward. So you just, when you want to add a new level, add a new pin, and you're good to go. Just put in the level name and the code, change last level to level 9, and that's it. So whatever your last option is here, just put as your last level, and that's all you need to do to add new levels to it. It's very straightforward. The game will do the rest for you automatically every time you enter a win zone, which I think is pretty gosh darn cool. So anyway, let's close that down. Close down the game instance. Close down the HUD title because we don't need that and don't need that. Right, so we're going to show you the enemy stuff. So if we click into this enemy here, you'll see we've got some options. So we can define a static mesh. If we want to use a specific static mesh, we can set the enemy's health, its pain sound, whether or not it drops a weapon, the weapon's dropped mesh, the weapon's dropped material, the ammo to provide for that weapon, and the sound it makes when it dies. So if we compare that with this guy here, he's dropping a weapon too. He does drop a weapon, and he's providing 20 ammo. And these guys are just static targets. So they're enemy target statics. We've got a couple different ones for you to play around with. So if we jump into the enemies and into blueprints, we've got some targets here. I've got target static and target roaming. The difference between target roaming and static is they have a few more options that you can play around with. So if we find the settings here we go. So we've got should react to the player. We can tick that to yes or no. So these guys are just going to move around, but they're not going to fire at us. But we can also define a speed for a projectile and the damage for that projectile too. Its health, should it drop a weapon. In this case, it's dropping the SMG, and it should do so. So we'll tick yes for that one. And these two are set to do the same, but I haven't ticked the drop weapon. So it's as easy as if I want them to drop a weapon, just tick that box now. I've already got it set up. The weapons drop on death corresponds to the weapons you have set up in your game instance, which controls your master list of everything. So you've got your weapon info here, and we can set our actors that we're going to use on that viewport. So if we want to use static meshes, we can set them there. These actors would be where you put your animations if you're using skeletal meshes, and then you just add a pin and add a weapon in there. So we've got the auto fire options and delay between shots, amount spread, projectiles to spawn. It's all really easily customizable. It's all stored in one place, and this controls all of your first person view weapons, and it'll tell them what bullets to shoot, even what sounds to play. It's really quite simple and comprehensive, very, very customizable. So if we go through this now and show you that in practice, we'll pick up some bullets here. We're gradually putting more and more stuff together. So we'll shoot these static targets just so I can get the shotgun there. And we'll blast this guy. He's got a lot of health, so I can get the double barrel. There we go. That's him done. And he dropped the Uzi. And now we can... Oh, it's out of ammo. There we go. That was some moving targets. So now let's try some ones that can fire back. Now this room usually kicks my ass, so I'm gonna have to be pretty on it. Woo! Oh, so I'm gonna get a double kill then. Ooh, I'm out of ammo in it. Crap, nuggets. There's my shotgun. I think I did get a double kill then. There we go. So there's some rudimentary moving targets that fire projectiles, but you can see how easily it is to just drag stuff into the level. Now, we've started this one from this level, so it's not remembered that we were at the previous one. So what we're going to have to do is go to the title screen, click New Game, and just run through, because we didn't save our game, did we? Which is another feature that this has. So let's just quickly run through. None of the weapons or anything are going to carry over, so it doesn't really matter if I pick them up or not. So we're going to need that though. Let's open the door. There we go. Now we're actually completed level 0. It takes us to level 1. So you see how it just consults that table and just takes you to the next level, and these lasers with the knockback do health and whatnot, damage, and also knock you back, make it quite a difficult obstacle to navigate. But, oh, damn it, it knocked me in the lava. So yeah, 30 health. Not great. Right, let's grab these. I really probably should have made that a shotgun. Come on, there we go. Where's that SMG? Which one of you guys has it? There it is. So as you can see, all the weapon animations work, all the recoil works. It's all pretty darn smooth, and it's just there. You know, you don't have to do anything. This is not like I'm showing off a game I made. This is like literally what. Oh, I accidentally went through the window. Literally what you can just do yourself immediately upon downloading the project. All this features and functionalities there, doesn't require any extra coding. So you can just use them, put them together to create cute little levels, or, you know, the idea is you're going to add a lot more content to this, more meshes, more walls, more doors, and it's just going to make making games that much easier for you. Or if you're already a dev, it's going to make prototyping stuff easier for you. If you have an idea and you're like, oh, I want to test this idea out, but you don't want to sit there, you know, having to code up a sprint system, having to code up all the menus and saving, and you just want to quickly build out your idea and test it, then it's going to be perfect for stuff like that. So as you can see now, I'm just doing some sprint jumping. So I made this cool little platforming section over some lava here, just to demonstrate some easy level design. I mean, all these levels I put together in like 5 minutes. Like, I didn't spend any serious amount of time on them. You know, with thoughts to balancing and gameplay and whatnot. They're just like there to show you some, oh no, some examples of what you can do with it. So what we'll do is we will demonstrate the saving system now. So we'll go new game and we'll just very quickly go up here, run through here, get some armor. As you can see, my stamina's going down as I'm sprinting and moving a lot faster. We'll pick up some random stuff like this. Don't need the assault rifle, really. It's going to get wiped away anyways, but just picked up by accident, and there we go. So, next level. Hey, there we go. Remembered what level we were on. That's fantastic. So, let's go through here and grab some of them. So, toss a grenade into there. This is just demoing explosives. Whoa! That was a good one. Right, so if we hit P, we can bring up the, well, it's escape, but you can't press escape while you're in the editor because it would just quit the game, the session that I'm playing. So I've got it bound to P for me, but there's a menu key that's by default on keyboard is escape, and it's the start button on gamepads and things. So let's go and do a save. So we'll save the game to slot 1, is create a new save game data, and then saving that save game data. So we've got 5 mines, 5 grenades, 82 health, 94 armor. So let's go to the title menu, and we'll load that game, and we'll load the game from slot 1. And there we go, level 4. 82 health, 94 armor, 5 grenades, 5 mines, and all the relevant ammo. So if we pick up some more grenades and some more mines now, top it up to 8, and we'll save our game again. It's going to overwrite the data this time, and we'll go back to the title menu, load game from slot 1, and boom, there we are, 8 trip mines, 8 grenades. Lovely stuff. Now obviously, it does put you back at the start of the level, so it might be an idea to have some sort of additional save data for the objects in the level. That's not, I've not included that. This merely puts you right back at where you were with all your stuff, and essentially just reloads the level. But like, I don't want to make the whole thing for people. I want to encourage people to experiment and learn Unreal themselves. At the same time, I also want to provide a framework that enables people to produce something in that environment beforehand. So I think I've demonstrated pretty much everything at this point. I mean, you've got the settings. We can play around with those, and you'll see they instantly get updated, and then we can set them back to whatever we want them to be. Resume the game. There we go. So yeah, if you're interested in that, drop me an email. Like I said, I'm gonna get the demo up on my itch page, which I'll provide a link to um in the video description when I get round to it. And hopefully once that the project is finished and I finish testing it, it will be up there for you to download too.